We are today going to be talking about planning your upcoming school year and your recruiting. I'm Thomas Anderson, President and Founder of the University Sports Program. I'm here with Carlos Oñate. He's the Director of Marketing and Admissions for USB. Good to have you, Carlos.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much.
So we're now getting into middle of August. Is a good time where you want to start thinking about your upcoming year. Kids are going back to school. Student athletes are getting ready to go back to academies or going back to the clubs and training. So this is a great time for you to sit down and get a pencil, paper, and put down your plan for your upcoming year. Yeah. First of all, you got to set what are your goals. Okay, and you're going to have three types of goals. You're going to have what's called a reach goal, which is something that you're going to dream in the future, where you're going to be in maybe 5-6 years. This is your big dream. Then you're going to have your intermediate goal, which is something you're going to achieve maybe in 1 year, a couple of years. Is that goal that's going to take you to the next level. And then you have your immediate goal, which is something you could get in the next few weeks. Okay, and once you have set your goals, then it's going to be much easier for you to build a plan. Okay? Right. So you have set your goals. Now you're going to create your plan.
It's tricky because this is something that people normally do by the end of the year or starting a new year. So in January or in December, you do your goals, you plan your year, you're looking forward to your new year. But reality is, you're actually starting something really new in the middle of August. So it's not your mindset. It might not be there, but you need to put it there. So you need to make sure you do your plans, you set your goals, and plan your school year that will start now and will end in May of the next year.
And how many of our clients, a lot of the kids that we talk to, and we ask them, what are your goals? And you start realizing they haven't really taken the time to sit down, discuss it maybe with the parents or with their coaches or their counselors. And it's very important. You need to know where you want to go, and that will make it so much easier to draft a good plan.
Right. Beyond graduating, beyond your grades, you need to have something in mind, a bigger goal in mind to make sure you succeed in life and in school or your sport.
So we're talking specifically for student athletes who are looking to play at the collegiate level.
Correct.
Okay? This is what we specialize in. This is what we do day in and day out, working with tennis players, golfers, swimmers, soccer players. So this is basically addressed for you if you are in that group, a special group. So the first thing you want to do, even before you create a plan, and we recommend even freshmen, sophomores, you want to start thinking about college, and you want to start thinking about a college list, because by having kind of a list of schools is also going to help you develop that plan. If you're one of those students that are looking to go to an Ivy League, or you're looking to go to one of the major academic institutions, well, your academic plan is going to have to be focused based on that. Okay. If for you it's very important to go to one of those big competitive Division I teams where you want to maybe play at a very high level, your athletic plan will also be different based on that.
So, for example, if you're a senior now, and I think that's the critical crunch time, and you're going to a high academic standard school, most likely they will have a early admission period. So you need to plan that and make sure you'll be ready by November when admission closes. If you're going to a regular school, it's different. You will need to plan for regular admissions. We're talking about February or January or next year. So that's based on your list. That's the first thing you need to do.
First thing is academics. Again, you're called student athlete, so academics goes first. So the things you want to look into academics is you want to plan. The NCAA, for example, has core courses that you need to take before your junior year and your senior year. So you got to make sure you sit down and you discuss with your academic advisor, when are you going to be taking those core courses? Because you could find yourself at the end of your high school not taking those core courses and not being eligible to play for an NCAA Division I or Division II. So plan your academic curriculum, pay attention to core courses, go to the ncaa.org, learn about those core courses and make sure they're part of your curriculum. And secondly, then you understand that a lot of universities, or most universities, pay a lot of attention to test scores. So you want to plan your SAT, your ACT with enough time that you know it will allow you to take it a second time, maybe even a third time.
Right.
And then you also, if you are in freshman or sophomore, you want to take the PSAT, which allows you to give you a practice opportunity. And the preparation takes time too. So
of course,
make a schedule of when do you want to take your first one, knowing you want to take it again, but also the time you need prior to your first time to prepare for it, and what type of advice are you going to be getting.
Right.
Can you prepare on your own? Can you go online, get some tools, or what kind of preparation do you need for that?
Correct. So this year you have October, November, December for the SAT, and then next year February, is it? So it's not, you don't have that much time if you're starting to plan on this. So make sure you take it as many times as you can and get ready. The first time is basically to get to know the exam. So take it in the next opportunity available, and make sure the times that you need and see the areas of the test and practice. Take it as a practice test, and then focus on those areas that you need to improve and take it again.
And we get a question about when is the first time. Well, we usually recommend in your junior year, maybe the second semester of your junior year would be perfect to take it a first time. That allows you to take it a second time towards the end of your junior year, beginning of your senior year.
Correct.
Okay? A lot of people think they got to take it in the senior year. Yes, but don't wait until then to take it your first time.
Correct.
Also, universities are paying a lot of attention of your curriculum. What other things other than your regular classes and your tests are you doing? And
what else?
Like extracurricular activities. If you belong to a club, are you part of maybe a student body? Anything that could add weight to your resume is very, very, very important. In fact, universities are looking at that at the same level as your test scores. So look into that. Talk to your school and see what clubs, what interests do you have, and find the time to do that extra work, volunteer hours, or any of that work which will help you into your admissions.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So academics is one stage. Then athletics is very important. So depending where you are in your high school, if you are a freshman or sophomore, you still have time to develop. So in that planning, you also want to take in consideration development. Okay, talk to your coaches. If you're going to make any changes in your technical, in the way you swim, or the way you hit the ball, or the way you kick, whatever, any area you need to work, freshman and sophomore is perfect. So development has to be part of the plan, and like you said, your competitive has to be part of the plan. Depending as you get closer to your junior year, those results, those times, those rankings, those scores that you're getting are going to play a big role in your recruiting. So that has to be part of your plan. Then we go into the recruiting, okay, and that has to be part of the plan, because obviously if you are already a sophomore, junior, your recruiting needs to start for sure. You don't wait until senior year, and we see so many kids thinking that they have to wait for the best results, and they keep postponing their recruiting because they haven't taken the SAT. They want to get better profile.
If you're in internationals, they want to have the TOEFL, SAT, the results, the rankings, everything, and wait until you have everything at the point that you wanted to start the recruiting process.
Yeah, that's a big mistake, because while you're waiting, there are other kids who are in contact with those coaches, and maybe some spots will be gone by that time, and some scholarship too. So you want to start early. So when you plan your recruiting, plan on building your profile. Who are you? What do you bring to the table? You want to maybe do a video. And once you have that in place, you're going to keep updating that information as you continue to develop, right? And then you begin what's called our communication strategy. And that's a big part of the job that we do here at USP with all our clients.
And that takes a lot of time for a kid.
That's the biggest one. And a lot of kids are skeptical on how to do it. Maybe they do some mistakes, the way they communicate with coaches, or they have the wrong college list and they're communicating to the wrong schools. So make sure when you're planning, you have your college list. That makes a lot of sense. Your presentation of who are you, what do you bring to the team, and then your communication strategy in a way that the coaches will respond.
Right.
Okay. You get to the last stage, and this applies more to the seniors because you're going to admissions. Okay, and admissions is very important. And as you know, universities have different deadlines. So if you have your college list, you should have in that list what is the deadline for each school. And once you know the deadline, then you could move at that pace. Okay? And one of the things that we recommend, I know you, Carlos, when you talk to your clients, is the Common App.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Common App is very important, as we all know.
Correct.
And I don't know if you want to talk about
Yeah,
it a little bit.
well, the Common App will take some time. I mean, you will need a lot of info. You will need to have your transcripts and everything ready, both if you're international or a local student. It will take some concentration, a couple hours, and you need to gather all your information first. Now, it's a time saver at the same time, because you will do this just once. So you go to the Common App, you upload all your info, and now that information it will be suitable to 800 and some schools. So more than 800 universities will take the Common App. So you won't repeat the process of that basic information and your grades every time you apply to a university. So first thing you should do is do the Common App, and then once you go school by school, you will see which one needs a different application, or if they accept the Common App. So that's definitely a must do and a time saver for any student.
Okay, so Common App opens the beginning of August every year. So if you're going to school in 2019, the Common App is available at this point. So we highly recommend you look into that. Also a good practice, because even if you have to apply to other schools, the Common App gives you an idea of the information that you want to provide. So we have talked today about planning your upcoming school year. We have talked about the recruiting, how you want to plan it. And again, this is very general, as we don't have the time to go into details, but we're very happy to help anybody. If you have any questions or you want to consult us and the service that we provide, you could go to universitysports.com, look at the information. We've been doing this for 25 years. There's over 1,600 kids that have been placed into colleges for different sports. So we consider that we've been very successful just because we have the know-how in working with college placement.
I will add, Thomas, that you also need to plan your personal time. I mean, it's not all about going to school, studying and training and competing, and you're all stressed out during the year. I mean, you need to have some personal time, enough family time, friends, fun. I mean, this is your high school, so I mean, you need to have fun.
Yeah.
So the more you plan, the more time you will have to do all those personal things.
Yeah.
So start thinking about all the things that we just talked about: academics, testing, applications, eligibility, training, tournaments, plus your personal time. Most likely some help will be helpful, will be really some external help will be very, very helpful. So I will suggest, talk to us, let's see your case, let's see if we can help you plan your year, your next 2 years, and especially your college recruiting. If you have somebody like your friend, somebody that's helping you through the recruiting process, you now have much more time to do other things that you really want to do. Okay,
great. Well, great advice. Well, thank everybody for being here with us. We're so happy to see so many people connecting. We'll be back next Thursday.
Yeah, every Thursday. Now that we have a new school year, we're going back to the lives.
We need to plan
live
the
sessions.
lives.
Yeah, we'll plan that for sure.
All right. Thank everybody. Have a good day.